Hey everyone, you're tuning in because, well, you want the real story without getting lost in all the noise.
Exactly. Information overload is real.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into something that's been pretty hard to miss. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
It's everywhere. We've looked at, timelines of their relationship appearing in public, some reporting on Kelce's side of things, and even how people are reading into Taylor's songs now.
Right. And our mission here is pretty simple. Cut through the chatter and pull out the key insights on how this whole thing is playing out publicly based only on the materials we reviewed.
And what jumps out immediately is just the sheer scale of the attention. It's intense.
Intense is a good word. The sources make it clear this isn't just like a minor celebrity thing.
No, it's become a major narrative. You see these detailed timelines popping up, Kelce's quoted talking about it, and like you said, her music gets instantly connected.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me, anyway. The sources point to a very specific, measurable impact.
You mean the NFL viewership?
Exactly. There was a noticeable jump. It's like her just being there brought a whole new crowd to football.
Yeah, that crossover effect is, well, it's kind of the crux of why it's such a huge media focus, isn't it?
It has to be. Drawing that kind of new audience, that's significant power.
It really is. It shows how a massive celebrity can sort of redirect attention and even, money into areas you wouldn't normally connect. Her showing up at a game isn't just her showing up.
It becomes a whole different event. Okay, so let's talk fans. Swifties. The sources definitely highlight that Taylor Swift's personal life always gets a lot of attention.
Oh, absolutely. People are deeply invested. And her fans, they engage really closely with her work and her narrative.
So the song analysis fits right in there, like with the Alchemy.
Precisely. The sources mention that analysis fans looking at lyrics, maybe specific phrases, and seeing direct links to the relationship with Kelce. It shows how her art is immediately interpreted through that personal lens now.
It's interesting, though. While we see that happening, the analysis, the sources, don't really give us specifics on what the range of fan opinions is.
That's a really good point. We know there's intense focus, intense interpretation, but the specific views, like, are fans universally thrilled? Are there concerns? That detailed breakdown isn't really there in the material we looked at.
Right. It confirms the engagement level, but maybe not the sentiment spectrum.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder how much is genuine fan reaction versus perhaps media amplification of certain takes.
Yeah, good point. Okay, and inevitably, with this much spotlight, you get rumors.
The rumor mill, yeah. It's standard, unfortunately.
The sources do mention general public speculation,
Yeah.
but they specifically call out the pregnancy rumors.
Which were addressed and, according to the sources, clarified as not true.
It feels important to separate that kind of speculation from, say, interpreting song lyrics.
Absolutely. Analyzing the alchemy for themes is a lyrical interpretation. That's different from a factual claim about their lives.
And besides the pregnancy thing, the sources didn't really highlight like 3 to 5 other major distinct rumors swirling around them. It was mainly focused on that one instance being debunked.
Correct. That was the main piece of specific speculation addressed in the material we reviewed.
Okay, so wrapping this up then. The big picture, the main takeaway seems to be this relationship is a massive public and media focus, right?
Definitely.
And a huge part of why is its tangible impact outside the usual celebrity sphere, specifically that NFL viewership boost.
Yeah, that blend of massive fame, personal life, and real-world economic or cultural impact, like on sports viewership. That seems to be the engine driving the intense interest.
So maybe a final thought for you listening.
Mm.
Think about that connection. How does a celebrity's personal life get so deeply tangled up with their public influence that it sparks this level of fascination, even in completely different arenas?
It really says something about celebrity power today, doesn't it? How it permeates everything. Makes you think.